Alrighty. Okay, class, thank you for joining me for this lesson. Super excited to have you all here. We're going to work on making an inference and identifying character clues in R.J. Palacios' book Wonder. Quick context for the book Wonder, I don't know if you all are familiar with it. It's about a boy who details his struggles with having a facial deformity and going to middle school and what that's like for him, and it's really a nice book about coming of age and dealing with really real difficulties. Okay, so in order to make inferences, we need to first know what that is and how to deal with it. So it's really when the author is trying to say something without directly saying it. So if I came into the classroom and I was drenched in water, maybe the inference would be that next logical step to say, why is he drenched in water? Maybe he was out in the rain. So I'm not saying that I was in the rain, but it's appearing as so, and it's your job to take that next step to find the detail of it. So we're going to do this chain here, just remember this. Ready? So when the author does not say it, we hear it. When the author does not show it, we see it. And why do we do this? Because we read between the lines. Yes, we do. And once we found a clue, we may have found an inference. Let's go. All right, guys, so just remember, when the author does not say it, we hear it. When the author does not show it, we see it. And this is what an inference is about, and it's all about reading between the lines. Okay. So here we have Augie's experience in science class. It's a passage from the book, and I'm just going to quickly read it back. And if any of you see something that reminds you of what inference is, with the author trying to say something without directly saying it, speak up, raise your hand, do whatever. So I did a science project on how to make a battery out of a potato. Julian was saying to Mr. Tushman. Julian is one of Augie's classmates. It was so cool. Maybe Augie, who's the main character who has this deformity, could do that too. It's a really easy project for, kids like him. Anything jumping out to us so far? Go ahead.
Doesn't seem like Julian is a very knowledgeable individual, because he all but backhands a comment made at Augie that, like, oh, he's not so smart because of what he's got going on, something completely out of his control. And
And so this project of making a battery out of a potato is also kind of a project at their academic level is above. And so that's spot on there. He's kind of we're making an inference that Julian is trying to say that because of Augie's facial appearance, that it means he's also has a mental difficulty, which is, not very nice. So we're going to continue to finish here and then jump into it a little bit deeper. So I looked at Jack, and Jack looked at me. Jack is his friend. He rolled his eyes. I could tell that he knew exactly what Julian was doing, even if Mr. Tushman didn't. So reading back here, I looked at Jack and Jack looked at me. We all probably look at a friend when something happens. We acknowledge each other, and Jack here is rolling his eyes because he could tell exactly what happened and what Julian was doing. So what does that tell us here? Go ahead, Finn.
Maybe when Julian was talking to Mr. Tushman, he was trying to make himself seem a little bit smarter than the other kids by saying, kids like him, kids like Augie aren't as smart as him.
100%. And I think Jack, too, is kind of standing up maybe for Augie in this instance. And I think he's almost a protector in the book, and that's his role.
Jack seems like an ally.
Jack is definitely an ally. That's a really good way of putting it.
that he would take Augie's side in a situation like this, where he's all but getting, let's just call it what it is. Julian is a bully because he's trying to, underpin Augie for no apparent reason other than that he looks different.
And if we could take an even deeper look at this, what do we think the class dynamics might be if Julian is having the confidence to say this to a teacher in front of the whole class, and we have Jack and Augie here standing silent, and they're having to roll their eyes at each other? What does it show maybe about Jack and Augie's role compared to the rest of the class?
Well, maybe Augie isn't as vocal because he just, number one, this is he was getting to middle school for the first time. He had been homeschooled most of his life, right? So, and finding his own voice, maybe he's not there all the way yet, and he's, 10, 11 years old at this time, so it's maybe not the easiest thing in the world for a kid like him to stand up to, bullies like Julian.
I really like that inference. Thank you, Nick. Anybody else got anything? What they're thinking about? What this passage is bringing up for them?
I think maybe Mr. Tushman needs to maybe get a better control of kids like Julian, because obviously I think he should be able to pick up on kind of a backhanded comment like that, making fun of kids like Augie, so maybe there's some dynamics there.
Beautiful. That's an amazing ethical lesson to take from this, right? How leaders in the environment respond to bullying. All right. Anything else we got, guys? Alrighty. Well, thank you all for your engagement here. Appreciate it.